It's Capricorntigress, and it's Saturday Night Lives with Astrology, a look inside. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. No wonder. I'm in such a mellow mood, right? I feel that mellowness. Yes. All right. So I just looked at where the planets are, because you know how I love to start with talking about where the planets are. And when I went to look at where the planets are, and I'm trying to stop my computer from trying to do a cleanup while I'm in the middle of a live. Like, why did things happen when I go live? Okay, so I just looked and I found out that the moon is at 17 degrees and 47 minutes of Capricorn, which means it's sitting exactly on my ascendant and is exactly trine my moon and trine my Pluto, which means I'm at a position of extreme internal power. And I feel that, the peace and at the ease and the flow. Now, first of all, I will not lie. I slept from Thanksgiving night till now. I got home at 2 a.m. on Friday morning. It was 2:06 when I looked at the clock. That might have been when we got in the car, 2:06 in the morning. And when I got home, I have to admit, I did hair of the dog. I woke up early, like around 7 o'clock, got another plate. Then around 5 o'clock in the afternoon, I got another plate. And then I would say probably around 8 o'clock, I got another plate. That's 3 more plates. So I slept all from that moment on, from that last plate. And the next thing I knew, I was getting ready for this. That's basically, like, that's it. So many carbs. We stuffed so many carbs. I know there were carbs because I made the sweet potato. It was so good. It had the marshmallows on it. It had pineapple in it. It was, oh goodness, it was candy to perfection. Oh my goodness, it was so good. And I made the macaroni cheese, and I double baked the macaroni cheese. I don't know if anyone's ever had double baked creamed macaroni. I creamed it first. I've got my own specialty. And someone did say it was the best macaroni cheese they ever had. It is by far the most cheesiest of cheesy macaroni cheeses you will ever have. And it's so good in the the leftovers, because it just cheeses. Now, what they didn't know, and what a compliment that they said it was the best macaroni cheese they ever had, was I used all gluten-free macaroni cheese. All gluten-free. Anyway, here I am. See, the moon is trying my moon. I mean, yeah, it's exactly trying my moon. And it's exactly on my ascendant. So what am I talking about? Food, Taurus moon, food. And yeah, I guess the moon is at 17 degrees of Capricorn on my ascendant. So I just want to talk about the food because, look, Uranus is at 16 degrees of Taurus anyway. So the moon is trine Uranus right now. And that's sitting on my fourth house. And what do I want to talk about with the North Node there? Also in Taurus. Food, marvelous food, hard cheese and mustard. Food, marvelous food, lots of cheese and custard. It was so delicious. Anyway, I resisted the urge to post my plates on Facebook because so many people posted their plates on Facebook. But I can assure you that every plate that I had was by far a piglet plate. They were all gluttony plates. Every plate I had was a gluttony plate. I was almost ashamed at my gluttony plate. You know, when you're there and the guest or they're picking, because she had, look, when I tell you there was no less than 10 sides. We had salmon, we had turkey, we had ham. She had field roast for vegetarians. We had couple of types of different collard greens because we had the collard greens with all the bacon and everything in it, and then they had the collard greens for the vegetarians. We had the stuffing for the normal people, and then they had the stuffing for the gluten-free people like me. Then there was this rice. Lord, this rice. She told me she had got some kind of special mushroom from. Look, you guys, I can't explain what that food was like, Lord. And then after we ate, they had the nerve to have pies. Now, I could not partake of the pies because I'm gluten-free, but they went and got me a special gluten-free cheesecake. Everybody else ate up on my cheesecake, but it was so good. At least I got a piece of it. It was so good. Anyway, you guys, I hope everybody who celebrated Thanksgiving had a beautiful Thanksgiving. I almost want to put the mellow music back on. Let me put it back on. I'll put it down in the background. Right? Just mellow. Right? I'm still mellowed out. Just chilling. Yes. And you guys, I know I have got to pay attention to y'all tonight because don't I owe some people readings? Who did I do the other day? I know I did some signs. I believe, now if I'm not mistaken, I think I did Scorpio or Sagittarius. I did Sagittarius, right? Lord, who did I do? I think I did Sagittarius. Do I gotta go look at my own old video and find out what I did the other day? I was actually supposed to be cutting these videos down into like little bit size. I think I did all of you guys because I think I did a specialty reading, right? I think that's what I did. I think that's what happened. So today, what my mind wanted to do, now whether I do it or not, yeah, here we go. What my heart wants to do today is something special. I'm going to do something special. Sometimes you got to get the special, right? Sometimes you need something special. So I'm going to be doing the romance angel cards, but I'm also going to be doing mindful messages after them because I feel like we'll see if there's an extra mindful message for each of those signs. But since I'm in this mellow mood and the moon is in Capricorn on my ascendant, trining my moon in the 4th house, trining my Pluto in the 8th house. Of course, I'm thinking about sex, but no, beyond that, I'm thinking about love and romance. Okay, we're going to do love and romance because Taurus is ruled by Venus, right? And so we're going to do that. Now, let's talk about where the planets are really quick. Let's do that before I get into the cards because my hand already got on the cards. I'm itching to get to the cards. So, planets. We still have all of that Sagittarius energy going, although the moon's in Capricorn. The sun is in Sagittarius. Mercury's in Sagittarius. Venus is in Sagittarius. And they're all technically within striking distance of each other. I think Mercury just moves slightly outside of the conjunction of the sun. But the sun moves faster. And it shall catch up and it shall be conjunct again. And that's just how it is, okay? Now, we also have Mars at 20 degrees of Gemini. It's retrograding. So it is retrograding back toward a trine with Venus and Mercury. And eventually it's going to get into a trine formation with the sun if it doesn't go forward before then. But this is good. I mean, this is air trines. I like air trines because it kind of is, they're creative. And so whenever we're looking at air trines, we're looking at creativity, especially with Mars. Mars is our action. It's what we want to do. It's what we're doing. Okay. So where is 20 degrees of Gemini in your chart? Like, where is that? For me, it's my 5th house. It's my children and it's romance and taking a chance. So like I said, I'm feeling kind of sexy, right? So Mars is in my 5th house of feeling kind of sexy. And, so, right, because, but where's Venus in your chart or Mars in your chart? Because Mars is that action. Now, when Mars does trine Venus, exactly, because right now it's a little wide, 7 degrees away. But let's not forget Mars is retrograding. So it's going toward the exact trine. It's aspecting, it's not separating. So once it's locked in like that, man, Venus trine Mars, whoa, I don't know what kind of love I got coming, but I feel it coming. Anyway, because, this is oppositions, or excuse me, Venus and Gemini are opposed. Okay, we're talking about oppositions. We're talking about partnerships. Had to get that out there. So Gemini is opposed Sagittarius. I don't know what I was talking about. I think I was thinking about Saturn because Saturn is trine Gemini. But Saturn, Mars and Venus and Mercury are opposed, okay? And the oppositions lead to partnerships and romances. Normally, that's what oppositions do. And so they're about to do that. And I actually like the Gemini Sagittarius oppositions. For me personally, because it's my 5th house and 11th house, that's like hopes, dreams, wishes, and romance. I'll take a couple of loads of romance. Thank you. Yeah. To put the romantic music back on. I'll take a couple of scoops of romance, please. Thank you. Thank you for those scoops of romance. And yeah. But it should, I think it's going to affect everybody in some way in the, it's the natural opposition. It's the opposite poles. So we're looking at an opposition here. We're looking at, this is a partnership type of thing. It's me versus thee, or it's me and thee. It's that flow. So how is it going to work out? I mean, is it going to work out in your case where enemies come at you? Could be, oppositions like that, because it's 7th house. Don't forget 7th house. First 7th house or oppositions always is a me and a them. Okay, it's always that. So that's how it's going to work out. But the houses that it falls in kind of tells the kind of nuance of the me and them. That is going to happen. Or me versus them. That is going to happen. In my case, like I said, it's the 5th house and 11th house. For some, it might be the 1st house, the 7th house, could be the 2nd house, the 8th house. Look at your chart, find out where the opposition is happening. That's where the possibilities of it involving partnerships will be. And manifesting whatever the nuances of those houses are. So, like if it's Sagittarius in your 1st house, that's a lot of independence, and I want to be me, and I want to be right, versus a partner who wants your time and wants to communicate. I hope you see how this can all play out. Right? If anyone really wants to talk to me about it, I do readings, okay? I know a lot of readers come on, they're like, well, if you ever see me advertising or anything, then it's not me. I'm like, what? I need to make money. It's the recession. Child, come to my website. It's astrologyalookinside.com. That's astrologyalookinside.com. Go to the shop. I have all my prices listed up there. You choose whatever kind of reading you want and schedule that appointment with me so we can do said reading. And I will do said reading with you. We'll talk about your chart. We'll talk about the placements. We'll talk about the progressions. We'll talk about the natal. We'll talk about the trend. We'll talk about it all. Okay. That's what I do. Okay. So next, let's get off of that opposition. Because for me, I'm thinking, oh, all that romance. It's going back to get the romance because Mars is retrograding. So it's kind of, in my case, I feel like, and I can tell you, I do have a couple of dropped romances. I'm just saying, I said a couple. Did you hear me? Like, anyone can show up. I have been not participating in romantic relationships actively for at least 4 years, which is when me and my husband separated. So that's 4 years of me just kind of playing games, I guess, just not really getting serious about anyone, anything for any reason. But if the right person were to come along, I'm open to it. So that's what I mean. Like, if you're open to of whatever this is, then the potential for it to come into your life exists. Okay. Now, add to this, on the opposite side of things, there is Jupiter that, well, it's kind of wide now for an actual square to Mars, but Jupiter was square Mars, and it's just breaking free of that connection. It's wider than 7 degrees. I'm not going to give it because Mars is retrograding, but let's remember that when it comes to retrogrades, they're like boomerangs, okay? They're going to retrograde, but they got to bounce right on back and come back again. So eventually it's going to come back over that Gemini, again, going toward that trine formation with Jupiter. So just know, we don't have it at the moment, but it's going to be coming back. We're going to have that. Also, we've got Uranus, as I mentioned earlier, at 16 degrees of Taurus. That is trine the moon right now. Some weird things could happen. Some weird, unexpected things, like me with like when I finish doing what I do, I already know I'm going to get me another one of those Thanksgiving plates. I already I'll come back to that. But I will be. I just want you guys to know my gluttony will be taking hold. No wonder the moon is trying to moon. I'm getting me another Thanksgiving plate. I'm just saying. Anyway, but think about where Uranus is in your chart. Like this Uranus in Taurus. What house is it falling in for you? In my case, it's the 4th house. I'm thinking about food. It's in Taurus. I've got a Taurus moon. Give me a break. It's all on the food. But for you, it may be somewhere else. It could be in your 10th house. You're thinking about your career or something like that, right? So think about where the planets fall in your chart, not just where they are now, but how they affect you on a deeply personal level. So yeah, we have that Uranus at 16 degrees of Taurus. We've got Saturn at 19 degrees of Aquarius squaring the 16 degrees of Taurus. And Saturn's direct at least, and that's good because that means that Saturn is now in the trine formation with Mars. It's now in a sextile formation with Mercury. And probably very soon it will be in a sextile formation with Venus. So Saturn's in a really good place in the chart right now. Also, we talked about Neptune at 22 degrees. Did we talk about Neptune at 22 degrees? Because Neptune's at 22 degrees of Pisces. And it's actually in a was in a wide conjunction with Jupiter, but I'm not giving it anymore because Neptune is retrograding while Jupiter is now direct, and they are pulling apart, separating, and much too wide now for conjunction. Pluto's at 26 degrees of Capricorn, and that is sextile Jupiter. And I like that Pluto's direct. I like that Jupiter's direct. That means they're both doing what they are supposed to do. There's no hidden regressions or anything going on. So, express your power, look for your luck wherever it might be. In my case, it's back in my second house. I don't know how to take advantage of it. Please, money, come to me. Now, the second house could also be the food. Back to the food. It could be food. Anyway, we've got the North Node, as I mentioned earlier, at 13 degrees of Taurus, conjoined Uranus. And I have been talking about the Uranus North Node conjunction for a little while. I just feel like it makes us predisposed to do weird things, take on unique challenges and unexpected actions that no one sees coming. And so there's a lot of that that keeps happening, like and I'm not into the ahas. I'm not into the shock you at the last moment. I don't quite like that. So I think that for some people that could be affecting everything, like that feeling of shock. And sometimes, they call it shock and awe. Sometimes it's shock and dismay. Like it's just, no one likes sudden, especially unexpected and negative surprises. So just be cautious. I think some people might be coming out of that because we just came through a month of Scorpio where it was literally opposing this Uranus and North Node. So I feel like we're out of that, but there's still just that feeling of something coming out of the blue and shocking people. And I think right now, right today, this might have happened because the moon's at 17 degrees of Capricorn. It would have been supporting it. I mean, it's trined. Maybe it would have been positive today. I'm just saying. And lastly, we've got Chiron at 12 degrees of Aries, and it's retrograding. And the 12 degrees of Aries is exactly trine Venus. Exactly. And so, like I have been doing tonight, some people may have been talking about their love or lack thereof, and you may have been aware of your love or lack thereof because of this trine to Venus. Don't forget, although Chiron is in pain, and it's usually crying, and it usually hurts, and it's a wound that just doesn't heal. It is trying to heal. So it's when it touches things, it's trying to fix them. It's trying to heal them. It's trying to close the wound, stop the bleeding, whatever it might be. So in this case of it touching Venus and Mercury, it's hopefully fixing, healing the wounds connected to both Mercury and Venus. Now, in my case, I always love to share about myself. Chiron is right at the cusp of my third house and going back into my second house. I like that it's been in my third house because I have had to heal my wounds when it comes to communication, feeling as though I wasn't worthy enough to communicate, share my truth, share my wisdom, my secrets, whatever it might be. But I've gotten to the point now where I'm like, screw it. Everybody else is sharing their crap. And most of those people are not they don't got as much in my pinky, as much talent as I got. So if I have to come out here and do what I got to do and not use scare tactics and all kind of fake mess when I do my readings, I'm going to come out here and just be honest. I'm a light worker. I don't bring darkness. I bring light. I bring knowledge. I bring wisdom. I got Mercury in my first house in Aquarius and Saturn there as well by birth. My goal, my job was always to bring astrological information to everybody who sees me and knows me. And I've done so for 40 years and I won't stop now. Okay? Okay. Anyway, you guys, this has been Adrienne, Capricorntigress of Astrology, a look inside, and we just did where the planets are. Now, I have deemed this a night of romance because, well, the moon is trine my moon and Jupiter is trine my Venus exactly. And all I can think about is sexual chocolate, everybody, sexual chocolate. No, I'm just playing. We're going to do something fun. I'm going to do romance readings for each of the signs, and then I'm going to clarify each of those readings with a mindful message, because each reading needs whatever message we need to have at the end of it, I guess. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, so this is what I'm going to be doing here. So let's do what I got to do. So we're going to start with the first sign, and and you guys, I want to say this. Think what you want to think about me. I don't care. But this was the best you were getting out of me today. I'm here in my skibbies. I literally have on my skibbies. But just like this little house dress, it's got like a little cat eyes. I don't know if you can see it. Right? Anyway, it's my favorite little house dress to wear. It's my tigress, Capricorntigress. So anyway, I got that on because I have no energy to do anything other than that today. Oh. We're doing this because my heart is full and happy. So this should be happy card readings. You know, I was at the Thanksgiving party and there was a girl there and I said my name and Capricorntigress, what I do online. And I told her I worked at the Psychics one-on-one and sometimes. And darn if she wasn't somebody I think who might have used my services on Psychics one-on-one. Isn't that amazing? Life is weird, right? Yeah. Weird situation. So we're starting with the sign of Sagittarius because it's Sagittarius season. I'm already pulling out some cards, putting them out. I'm just pulling a few, you guys. Nothing fancy because it's just love reading cards. All right, we're just going to pull a few out, get some messages, and then we'll end it like that. I'm thinking, should I do 5 or I might just stop it? Oh, no, this wanted to come out. So I don't think it's 5. I think it's that. Okay. I don't know if I should have pulled that last card for SAGI, but I did. So Sagittarius, look, your first card is pay attention to the red flags. Pay attention to the red flags, Sagittarius. The signs are warning you. The signs are warning you. I need to get some new romance cards because these have been played so much. But the signs are warning you. So it starts out right away, Sagittarius, saying to pay attention to the red flags. Like the signs are warning you, there's something going on. Pay attention. Don't just get caught up in the moment. I mean, this might feel like true love, though, because this is a romance of a lifetime. So that could be it. There's chemistry here. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. There's chemistry. But one of the things that came out, finances and career came out in reverse. And that's financial issues. Maybe it's that financial issues aren't a factor in the relationship. So I guess that's why it was in reverse. Also, you have heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings for each other. So you have to pay attention to the red flags. There's a lot going on, but there's a lot of chemistry. And it's really about having conversations with each other. So you know who you're dealing with, right? They know who they're dealing with. Here you got keep an open mind. You and your soulmate differ from, your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations, okay? So this might be someone that you're normally not attracted to, someone that is out of the box for you, someone you don't normally find attractive. But if you start having these conversations and you find you've got a lot of interest, that might be something. And this is very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. And there was deception. So I cannot negate the fact that the first card was pay attention to the red flags, and the last card was deception. There's something afoot. Okay. Someone's wearing a false mask in the relationship. There's something afoot. Okay. That's all I got to say, Sagi. Yeah. The bottom of the deck had trust. I think this, and it was upside down when I looked at it. There's something about the trust. There's something about deception. There's somebody's not being honest. I mean, you can have the conversations, do all your due diligence. That's not going to hurt. I mean, to check them out, find out how they're thinking, you know, all of that. But I just sense somebody's not being 100% here. And Sagi, you're in the midst of that, right? This could be something you're in the midst of, like, wow, they're not even being honest. Let me just get you like one of these mindful messages. Let me just see what kind of message that wants to come out for you and tell you what it wants to tell you. Because that's why I'm pulling these, just to say what kind of extra cautionary message or whatever it might be that. And I want it to kind of come out at me, and it's nothing is doing that. There's some that look, oh, there it is. You got two. One is, what's that? Something my way, going my way, going my way, going my way. Unique opportunities aligned with my desires present themselves to me. I attract all that I need to make my dreams a reality. I attract all that I need to make my dreams a reality. We're doing romance reading. I attract all that I need to make my dreams a reality. And the other one, I can't believe it, but I kid you not, it's expressing love. Today, I notice the things I appreciate about the people in my life. I take a moment to send them love and to wish them well. My love is infinite, and it feels great to express it. So it's about love, expressing love. So I am like that those were your cards. I do want you to be careful of deception, of the red flags, right? If you see those red flags, don't pretend they're not there. Some people do that. And then when it goes wrong, they're like, oh, I should have listened. I should have, I would have, I could have. But if you didn't do it, then you've missed that opportunity, right? You've missed that. So do pay attention, okay? So Sagi, I hope this resonated with you. It's been my pleasure to do this reading for you, okay? Much love to you. Much love to you. So I'm going to do one for Capricorn. I will do one for Capricorn because we're Sagi season and we're Capricorn season. And I got to tell you guys, and please don't be angry at me, but my hips are killing me, my legs. Sitting in this chair, I am not going to get past Capricorn. I don't know how long I've been at this, but I can tell you I'm already hurting. I probably need to change chairs. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I change chairs a lot. It just helps. You know what I mean? I change the chairs, just especially because I have my back and legs and stuff like that. When you get to be almost 60, you'll do things like that too. So just know that that's just part of it, right? That's just part of life. Got to do what you got to do. You got to do what you got to do. I got so many cards for Capricorn. It's ridiculous. But Capricorn, you have a big message, because don't forget, after Sagittarius season, it's Capricorn season. So the first card we got was trust. Trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith, Capricorn. This situation is calling for you to have faith, trust. So trust and believe, trust and believe. Retreat is the next one. It's time to disconnect from the world. Didn't I say this is my last, I'm only doing these 2 readings? Didn't I just say that? Next, we got calling in a soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Me talking about me and the love, right? Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Self-respect. Also, codependency, Capricorn. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. And romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and they're worth exploring. And getting to know each other. So if there's someone out there, you might have feelings for each other, but you've not acted on them. You have to start getting to know that person a little bit better. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, the bond deepens. And you have to let go of the control issues. Let go of controlling the situation. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. But the most important thing you got to do, Capricorn, and this is so true, this reminds me so much of my reality, is you got to release your ex. Release them. The time has come to clear your energy of any exes out there. If they're not in your life, they're not in your life, period. They shouldn't be a part of any of the situation. What do they have to do with any of it, right? Nothing. Release their behinds. Get them out of your storyline. They don't need to be there. There is a guy, and this is reality here. There's a guy who has been, pursuing me off and on for a few years. And his big thing is that I'm still technically married, and I am. As far as I know. For all I know, I'm probably divorced. I mean, I don't talk with my ex, so he might have went and did something. I don't know. I don't know if I'm married, divorced, nothing. That's how estranged I am from the man I married. And he's in England and I'm in America. So I don't know what's going on with my marriage. But this guy wants to be a minister or something of that nature. He's very weird about the fact that I don't know that I'm married or divorced. So I told him it doesn't matter, because in 2 years I'm going to declare my ex legally dead, because it'll be 7 years. I have not seen hair or eye of that man for 7 years, or 4, right? It'll be 5 soon. It'll be 5 in 2023. So in 2025, I can, no matter what, that way I don't have to pay all that money. And I don't have to split crap. I can just declare him missing, dead, and definitely estranged. So anyway, this one gentleman had trouble, with that, because that means it's to wait. I mean, if he doesn't want to do anything before, then he has to wait. Not everyone's willing to do that. So this could be some kind of storyline that might be playing out for some Capricorns, something similar to that. Some people might be in a situation where they got somebody, they're locked up and you're waiting for them, or they're waiting for you, or I don't know. Let's see what the mindful messages want to say. Projecting. Rather than reacting and projecting my emotions onto others, I remember no one is to blame. No one is responsible for the emotions that I feel. When someone says or does something that brings up strong emotions within me, I have the choice of how I respond. And the other is up and out, to heal the parts of me that feel hurt. Do you sense the messages here? So different than the Sag, which was talking about bringing in love. In Capricorns, it's about projecting, it's about reacting, it's about healing. So I think some Capricorns are healing, releasing the past, releasing their exes. And in this case, it says to heal the parts of me that feel hurt, I must feel every emotion. It has to come up and out, to come out. I don't try to push my feelings away. I sit with them and I feel them as I release them. Wow. Wow. I feel them. I don't push them away. You experience those emotions, right? You get it up and you get it out. You get it up and you get it out. So you guys, look, I am, I guess I could do Aquarius. I'll do Aquarius. I'll do one more. I'll give you guys at least the hour. Okay, let me do this one more. I'm starving, but that's because I've had so many carbs. I'm not starving. I've eaten several plates over the last few days. I haven't eaten at all today, so that could be what it is. I haven't eaten since yesterday, so it makes sense. I just realized it's almost 7 o'clock at night. It's because I ate so much Thursday and Friday. Who has time to eat on a Saturday when you had that much on Thursday and Friday? But I might make myself one last plate, and then I'm either freezing the food or throwing it away. I swear, because you know I can't just wear my little Capricorntigress house dress everywhere. Can't just do that. So we're gonna do Aquarius. I'm gonna do Aquarius because I figured, why not? I got the energy in me. We got 10 more minutes. Let's see what kind of love messages are coming out for Aquarius, because after Capricorn season is Aquarius season. So I might as well give them a little something, something right now too. So let's see what we're going to do for Aquarius. And then I will go and I'm going to eat on some of that salmon and some of that ham and some of that turkey, because I know I got it in there. Oh, I should have got more sweet potato. I forgot to get more of that sweet potato pudding. Man, that candy sweet potato. This whole reading, I've been talking about the food. This entire night, it's hilarious. I wonder, is anyone else out there love Thanksgiving as much as I do? I think it might be my favorite holiday. I mean, I love Christmas too. And I love New Year's, I do. But I do love me some Thanksgiving. It's just pure gluttony. It's we're allowed to have the gluttony. You know, that's why. I just love it. I just love it, you guys. Okay, so I've got a couple of cards here that came out for Aquarius. Let's talk about what these cards say for Aquarius. Aquarius, first card. You're another one. Same thing as Capricorn, or was it Sag? I think it was Capricorn. Pay attention to the red flags. The signs are warning you. I shuffled and you got the same card. The first card. I think Capricorns and Aquariuses. This is it. You have to pay attention to this red flags. The signs are warning you about something. There's something going on. Now, you had the honeymoon card next. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. And it's a holiday, right? So some Aquariuses might be spending time with loved ones, their family, their wife, their significant other, doing things, maybe on vacation. And look at this, getting to know each other, maybe on vacation, getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So that's beautiful. And heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. I'm telling you, some Aquariuses are either with a Sag or a Capricorn. Anyway, we got passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. It is safe for you to love, Aquarius. Open your heart and to give and receive the highest energy of all and express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture, whatever that love is. Now, some finances and career could be involving this love. Okay, this came out. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. Something to do with the finances. Whatever it is, stay optimistic though. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Positive thinking and faith. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance, Aquarius. On the bottom of the deck was healing family issues. There could be something what you're healing in your family, something that's going on. But I feel like whatever it is, I just feel like it's about expressing your love. It's safe for you to love, and it's safe for you to show your passion and have those heart-to-heart conversations and get to know each other and share time together, and the honeymoon where you're together and, you know, maybe reconnecting after a long period apart or something like that. So that's a really good reading, I think, for some Aquariuses. I'm going to pull a mindful message card or two, and we'll see if it just helps to clarify that message there for Aquarius. What it wants to tell Aquarius. Let's see what it's going to say, what we have here for the mindful message cards. I just like these cards. Well, you only got one. It says, creator of happiness, Aquarius. I reclaim my power to create my own joy and happiness. It's not dependent on any outside source or individual. Therefore, it cannot be taken away. It can always be found within me. Creator of happiness. And I really believe that, Aquarius, you are your own creator of happiness. You create the happiness and joy. It exists because of you. And if you understand that you bring the joy, you bring the sunshine. Like, don't wait for others to make you happy. You go out there and you make others happy because you have that ability, that capacity to bring joy into the life of others. Don't forget, Aquarius, you're the water bearer. You're the one that comes and brings and pours the water. You're the one that brings and pours that emotion out all over the place. And I think that for some Aquariuses, they like to keep that emotion bottled up. They're famous for that. Aquariuses are. They really don't like to express their full emotions in that way. And so this might be that opportunity to do that. Okay. All right. So you guys, this has been Adrienne, Capricorntigress of Astrology, a look inside. And you guys know I had to come and do something. I had to talk about where the planets were and talk about astrology and talk about something to do with the cards. I did Sagittarius, Aquarius, and Capricorn tonight because that's all the energy I have left after Thanksgiving. That's it. I'm done. I'm going to my trailer. I'm going to make me another plate. It's about that Thanksgiving food. I'm going to get more Thanksgiving food. You guys, it's been so much fun. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your love. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't already done so, do subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell so you know when I'm going live, when I'm uploading new videos, because you never know when I'm actually going to show up. A lot of times I just use avatars, you know what I mean? So anyway, it's been Adrienne. It's been fun. Much love to you. Happy holidays. Let's keep the party going till after New Year's. Let's do that, okay? Much love to you. Blessings. Bye.